Welcome to Living Pianos. Robert Estrin here with the honest truth about buying an acoustic piano in 2026. Now, you might have clicked on this thinking, oh, this is clickbait. No, this is real. I'm going to show you exactly when an acoustic piano is the right choice and when it's absolutely the wrong one, because here's the thing. More people bought digital pianos last year than acoustic. A lot more. And it's not because people don't care about real piano sound anymore. It's because the landscape has changed dramatically. Let me start with the cases where I would actually talk you out of an acoustic piano. Number one, you live in an apartment with shared walls. I hear from people all the time. They bought a beautiful grand and they can barely play it because the neighbors complain every time they sit down to play. You end up playing with the piano completely closed, which nobody enjoys. It doesn't sound good. And neighbors still complain. And you will not believe what that does to your motivation. Number two, you're buying for a beginner child and you're not sure they'll stick with it. I've seen this hundreds of times. A family invests $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in a piano, and 2 years later, nobody's playing. Now you got a very expensive piece of furniture. However, if you don't get a good enough piano for your child to learn, they may give up if it doesn't sound good. So you must strike a balance between price and quality. Number three, you don't have climate control. Maybe you live at the beach or something like that. This is the one nobody warns you about. An acoustic piano is a living thing. Wood, felt, glue, all expanding and contracting. If your home swings between 20 and 80% humidity, that piano is going to have problems. Cracked soundboards, sticking keys, pin block issues, who knows? It's not a question of if, it's a matter of when. Now here's where it gets interesting, because I own an acoustic piano and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So when does it make sense? Here's the really good news. There are things an acoustic piano does that no digital piano, not the best clavinova, not the most expensive Roland, can fully replicate. The resonance. When you play a chord on a real piano, the strings that aren't played, they vibrate sympathetically. The whole instrument breathes. You can feel it through the floor. That's not a speaker vibrating. That's wood and wire and air all moving together. And the touch, the escapement mechanism in a real piano action is mechanical magic. That little click you feel if you play the keys slowly. The hammer throws back, releases, and falls back all in a fraction of a second. The best digital actions simulate this, and they keep getting closer, but close isn't the same. Now, you might be wondering, what about hybrid pianos? Let me address that, because this is where a lot of people get confused. Hybrid pianos are fascinating. You take a real piano action, actual keys, hammers, the whole mechanism, but instead of strings, you have sensors feeding into a digital sound engine. The Yamaha Avant Grand, the Kawai Novus, these are remarkable instruments. But here's the catch. A good hybrid costs about the same as a good used grand piano. So now you're making a different kind of decision, not digital or acoustic, but real sound with real maintenance or simulated sound with minimal maintenance. And that's a personal choice. I've known a lot of people who've gotten hybrids and then they were just not satisfied, didn't get that organic sense. So you can make sure you really fall in love with it before you buy something like that. And oh, by the way, if you're just starting out and you want something that won't break the bank, there are digital pianos for under $1,000 that are genuinely playable for a beginner or intermediate level player. Now, I wouldn't have said that years ago. The technology has come so far. So here's my simple framework. If you buy an acoustic, you own your home, you can control the humidity, you play at at least an intermediate level or above, and this is crucial. You actually play. You play regularly, not I'll get back to it someday. I mean, you sit down several times a week. Now, digital makes sense if you're a beginner, you're on a budget, you live in a shared housing, and you need to be able to play with headphones for practice, or you want a piano that works the same on day one as day 1,000, and you may consider portability as well. And here's the secret, and this is what's going to save you a lot of money and regret. You can always start a digital piano and upgrade to acoustic later. It's not a one-way door. But going the other way, buying an acoustic, and then realizing you can't play it or maintain it, well, that's an expensive lesson. Now, if you're wrestling with this decision, I'd love to help. You can visit us here at livingpianos.com. That's our online piano store, and you can reach out to us directly. We talk to people every single day who are trying to figure out what is the best piano. We'll give you an honest answer. Even if the answer is you don't need an acoustic piano, a digital is going to suit you better. I'll tell you something personal. This piano, this is a rare 1938 Steinway Baby Grand. It was my father's piano that my grandfather got for him, and grew up with the family, and my sister and I played this piano, and for over 80 years, and I'll never replace it with a digital instrument, not because digital isn't good. It's for some people, when I play it, I'm not just hearing sound, I'm hearing every lesson, every recital. Every Sunday afternoon, my father played Chopin nocturnes in the living room. The piano and I have a history. So here's the real answer to the question, should you buy an acoustic piano? It's not just about sound quality or maintenance costs. It's about what kind of relationship you want with the instrument. If you want utility, something you can take anywhere you go, play with headphones, that's a great choice. But if you go acoustic, you know, there's a lot of valid reasons for it. You want that exceptional expression and a sound that envelops and inspires you, an instrument that prepares you for playing other pianos. Get an acoustic piano, but know what you're choosing. I'm Robert Estrin. I'm wondering what you chose, acoustic or digital. I'm really interested in your opinion. Let me know here, and let everybody know in the comments here at livingpianos.com or on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.